Hello there, Melissa Lemon here with Sunrise Healing. Thanks for joining me today. It's January 5th, 2025, and this month we are working on raising our vibrations and having a better January and experiencing more joy, being more intentional with our daily practice of trying to find joy in our lives, especially during the winter month of January. So, thanks so much for joining me today. And I know you were really worried about this after yesterday's video and the silly string. Silly string is actually pretty easy to clean up. So I just wanted to reassure you that everything cleaned up. My camera, my computer screen, everything cleaned up. Carpet even cleaned up really nicely. So I know you were worried about that. And so I just wanted to reassure you. Just kidding. So you probably weren't really worried about it. But today is January 5th, and I wanted to share a little story about when I lived in Maryland. So I used to live in Maryland with my family. We lived there for 5.5 years, my husband and I and our 3 daughters, and we lived in a lovely little town called Sykesville, Maryland. And we lived in Carroll County. It's a little more in the country. Our first year there, we were closer to the city, but we had moved and bought a house in the country in just this charming little place in Maryland, and we loved it so much. And the winters back east are a little different than they are where I currently live in the West. In Utah, it's a little different, and we used to make fun of people. Our first winters there, we would make fun of people who were so afraid of driving in the snow because we're from the mountains, and you can drive anytime. You just learn how to do it and you're fine. Well, we learned pretty quickly why the people on the East Coast are afraid of driving in snow, and it's because the humidity, it really turns the snow into ice so fast that it does become really dangerous to drive in the snow. It kind of shocked me the first time I saw people like ditching their cars, like they'd pull off on the side of the road and choose to walk, leave their car and just walk. I was like, what is going on? But it is different out there, and I'm sorry I made fun of you, East Coasters. Like, it is a thing, the humidity and the snow. So, but we lived in Maryland for 5.5 years, and January can be rough. It can be rough for a lot of us. And I found a gem in Maryland that we started going to every January, and sometimes we would go in December too. But it's this place called Brookside Gardens, and it is this lovely botanical garden in Maryland. And it was, it wasn't super far from us. It wasn't a big long drive. But man, I went there for the first time. I don't remember if it was winter the first time I went, but I was like, I need to be here in January. I just know I need to be here. And it wasn't winter the first time I went, because it was kind of a miracle how I found it. I had prayed to God to help me find something fun to do with my kids, and we found this place. And I remember January came around and I was like, I need to be at that place. I just need to be there. And so it was such a cool thing, because it's January and it's freezing outside, and you go and you're in a tropical place for as long as you choose to stay. And so that is my recommendation, to find some time in January to visit a place where you can get that tropical feeling. Maybe there's a botanical garden near you, and if there is, please take advantage of it. Please take yourself to that place and give yourself that warmth and that greenery and the plants and everything. It's just such a wonderful place to go put yourself in January and stay for as long as you can and just soak it up, that tropical feeling. And where I currently live, I don't have a botanical garden near me, and so I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do today. But one thing I might do is just turn my heat up to like 85 for a while and just, like, I don't know, pretend I'm on a tropical island or something. Maybe watch a movie where there's a tropical island involved, and just kind of have that, bring that energy in of, being in a warm tropical place, because sometimes we need to just escape the cold and the winter and the storms and the snow and the ice, and that's okay. And we can, if we can't do it in reality, we can do it in our minds. We can go to that place. We can bring the energy of that place into our lives, and that is my encouragement for you today. If you have a botanical garden near you, go there today. Go, if you can, get there and go see it and enjoy it, and or schedule it on your calendar to go do it soon. Or put it in your back pocket of, like, when I'm struggling in the winter, this is a place where I can go. This is a thing that I can do to help raise my vibrations again and to feel like everything's going to be okay again. turn your heat up in a safe way. Watch a movie in the tropical, takes place in the tropics or something. Do something. Look at some pictures of rainforests or, just do something today to take you to the tropics. And, if you're actually in the tropics, man, you're lucky. So soak it up for us. And happy January 5th. It's 2025. Welcome to a new year. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're taking this journey with me. And I hope you have a fabulous day today. We'll talk to you later. Bye.